Hey y'all, the first bear bag hanging method I want to cover is what I did on the Appalachian Trail. So it's just the simple hang, throw the line over the tree and then anchor it to the tree. So what you're looking for when you go to pick out a tree to hang your bear bag on or food bag, you're looking for, preferably in a perfect world, a pretty sturdy branch that's horizontal to the ground. You'll find different rules of thumb for, what is suggested, but anywhere from about 4 to 6 feet from your vertical support. So from the trunk of the tree, you want the bag to be out on the limb 4 to 6 feet. That way, if a bear is, on the trunk trying to reach out, it can't grab your food bag. And then you want the bag to be hung 10 to 12 feet above the ground so the bear can't reach up and grab your food bag. And also down from the limb, you want your bear bag to be hanging about 4 to 6 feet so they can't shimmy out on that limb and reach down and get your food bag. Basically, you want to have some kind of weight on the end of your bear cord line. This is about 50 feet. I'm using the kit from Z-Packs. It's a bear bagging kit. So it's got a little rock sack, but you can even tie a rock to the end of your cord. Doesn't really matter. You just want to have something weighted to help you get the line over the limb. I only have one carabiner. It might be easier if you have several, just so you're not having to remove the carabiner from the rock sack and then put it on your food bag, but they're pretty light, so it won't make much of a difference. So whatever you decide to weigh down one end with, the first step is to throw it up and over the limb, and that sounds a lot easier than it might be. It usually takes me a couple tries, so if you find that to be the case, don't worry, it's normal. Next step, you're gonna take the weighted side of your cord and attach your food bag. And I don't have food in here today, but to weigh it down, I have this. Next, you pull up your bag and then anchor it to the tree. So I wrap it around the trunk a few times, and then I just kind of make a little loop and pull it through, just like that. I will warn you to make sure when you undo your line, if you do have several bags or a really heavy bag and you're not particularly strong, then make sure when you undo this that you either have a pretty good grip or get a stick or something like that to help you lower the bag down, because if it's really heavy, the cord can just kind of pull through your hand real fast and burn your palm, and it doesn't feel good. I mean, it can actually cut it, so just be careful. The second method I want to cover is the PCT method. Now this one's a little more, I would say, bear safe or bear proof, because you're not going to anchor the line to the tree like we did in the first method. So that way you can't have a bear that comes up and bites or gnaws and slashes at the line and then learns to drop the bear bag. And apparently in some areas, bears have learned to do that. So this one is going to be a little bit different, but you still throw the rock or rock sack over your limb. So instead of just pulling the bear bag up towards the limb, you're going to add a little extra step, and you're going to clip the other part of the line into the carabiner so it kind of runs through it like that. Then you're going to pull the end of the line and raise the bear bag up until it basically hits the limb. So probably the trickiest part now, you want to tie basically a little loopy slip knot up on the cord above your head and try not to drop the bear bag on your head. And then we're going to loop a stick through. You want to try to kind of get as high up on the cord as you can. And then you're going to slide your stick through the loop and pull to tighten it up. And then slowly lower the cord, and the stick is going to catch on the carabiner and keep it from coming all the way down. And so what I was talking about, the bears, they can sit here and try to tug on this a little bit, but they're not going to be able to pull it down, pull that stick out, and release the bag. Then when you're ready to get your bag down, you just pull and release the stick, and then slowly lower it, like that. The third hang that I want to cover is if you're in a situation where you can't find the perfect limb or the perfect tree to do the other two hangs. So in this instance, you find two trees that are about 8 to 12 feet apart. That way your bag will be in the middle of those two on your bear line, and it'll be at least 4 to 6 feet from either tree, so a bear can't shimmy up and reach out and grab your bag. So like these 2 trees we have here, there is no perfect limb shooting out that we can hang it 4 to 6 feet from the tree. So we're going to hang from the V's on both of those trees, and the bag will be somewhere in the middle. I don't think I'm strong enough to do it like this, but yes, I am too. Woo. Now you undo the little rucksack, and then I'm gonna just kind of loosely tie this around here for now. And then I'm gonna go to the other tree and then clip the little bag to the knot on the other end. Now about halfway across the line, you can just tie just a simple little loop with a knot. And then I'm gonna hook the bear bag right here and pull it up to where it's about halfway in between these 2 trees. Then you unhook the rock bag from the second end. You can have several carabiners if you want to, just to make this process a little easier so you're not having to move it around. Then you hook your food bag to the loop that you tied. Then you can just pull up on this. And you can see like it's not quite even, so we'll move back to the original end and pull it up from there a little bit more after we tie this one off. And this is the method that I wish I had known on the CDT, because there were a lot of times where the trees were not perfect, you know, the perfect big thick branch that you see that goes at least 4 to 6 feet out from the trunk. So this is how you do it when you can't find that perfect tree. Instead of just balling my cord up and putting it in my pack, I found one way to keep it from getting extremely tangled so it's not a pain when I go to hang it, is I just figure 8 it between my pinky and my thumb, and it keeps it from getting all tangled up during the day. The whole point of hanging a bear bag is to make sure you're getting your food bag out of your tent at night while you're camping, so that a bear doesn't come in and shred your tent and drag you out and eat you and your food. And so that also we're not teaching bears to associate humans with food, and you know, it also protects them. But these are the 3 methods that I wanted to show you today. If y'all have any other methods that you'd like to share, or if you have any tips or tricks to make these hangs a little easier, some things that you've figured out through your backpacking experiences, please feel free to share any of that in the comments below, and we will see y'all next time.